Morris Fonte, the window washing psychic. Mostly good news from Morris.
That's right.
Yeah.
Encouraging news.
Yeah.
That was good to hear.
Our next guest is a talented veteran, or as we say in Indiana, veteran of stage, television, and more than 60 motion pictures, and he can currently be seen playing Don Altobello. Boy, this thing is like the holiday blockbuster.
Sure is, yeah.
In Godfather Part 3. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Eli Wallach. Eli! Thank you very much for being here. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you very much. Would you like a little Swami music?
No, I will not predict anything.
Congratulations on the success of this film. This thing is like the real blockbuster of the season, isn't it?
It's a wonderful, wonderful Shakespearean film.
Yeah.
It really is. It's like King Lear.
Yeah.
Pacino is wonderful.
Did you have any thoughts about being in this film after this would be the third, and I guess this is the trilogy. This is the end of the trilogy.
Well, he did say to me, you're going to play an old friend of the family. Mm-hmm. You're a Godfather friend.
Right.
I said, if I was such an old friend of the family, why wasn't I in Godfather 1 and Godfather 2?
Exactly.
He says, well, you were in Sicily.
Yeah, you were out of town on business.
And in it, I play an 84-year-old man, and they used to put on this heavy rubber makeup with chins and so on. It took an hour to go by car from the studio to the hotel. Mm-hmm. So instead of that, I rode the subway, the metro. Yeah. It took 20 minutes. And the first night after I finished working, I had my makeup on. I'm sitting in the subway, and I'm peeling off my... and I have half my chin up, and I look over, and there's a whole car full of people staring at me, and I put it back on, and they applauded.
You know, in New York City, on these subways, you can get a guy to peel your chin off for you.
That's no lie.
You don't have to do it yourself. You know, you think about 60 films, and that's like maybe 2 a year, maybe more than 2 a year. Anyway, that represents a lot of work.
Sometimes I do a film, it lasts a day. Mm-hmm. I did one of these kung fu films in Israel. The hero was walking across the desert, and he sees a man in a big kettle. You know, like they boil the missionaries?
Yeah.
I was the man in the kettle. And he says, he rushes up and says, can I help you? Can I help you? I say, no. He said, what are you doing in there? I said, the thing between my legs has given me so many problems, I'm dissolving it.
Oh, God.
He said, are you really? I said, take a look. What does it look like? He said, a raisin. I said, jump in. No, he said, and ran across the desert.
Well, it's certainly a cute story to end the year on. But now, let's talk a little bit about your first film.
My first film was...
You probably didn't want to do films for a while, did you?
No, I was a stage actor.
Sure.
I still am.
Yeah.
But the first film was called Baby Doll. Mm-hmm. I was playing on Broadway in a play called The Tea House of the August Moon. I was playing an Oriental. Mm-hmm. Now I went to Mississippi to make a movie playing the Sicilian manager of a cotton gin. Mm. And Carl Malden and Carol Baker were in it. And Carl said, now look, this is your first movie. Be careful, because on the screen you're about 35 feet tall. So when you open your mouth, don't open it too much, because they'll see your inlays and your tonsils. So the girl said to me at the top of the stairs, hi-yo, Silver. And I said, hi-yo. And the director said, what's the matter with you? I said, nothing. I just said, hi-yo. He said, I don't want the Japanese version. He said.
Is there any truth to that? You open your mouth and people can see all the way down?
They can. So in a movie I did, The Magnificent Seven, I played a head bandit. Mm-hmm.
A head bandit.
I decided you never see what happens to the money. They're always holding up the bank or holding up the train. I decided to show what I did with the money. Mm-hmm. So I put in 2 gold teeth, a red silk shirt, a silver saddle, and a beautiful hat. Yeah. They had a Mexican assistant director who said to me, you have to wear a good Mexican hat. So he took me to Mexico City, and we were measured. They measured the tape. And that's the last I remember, because I got loaded on tequila. And I woke up the next day, went back to the shop, and they brought out this hat. And I swear the hat was 5 feet around.
Huge.
And I thought, if I ride the horse rapidly, I'll sail through the air.
It just lift right off.
I'll lift. So he said, no, wear it, it's authentic.
Yeah.
And I thought, sure, if I push the hat back on my head, the screen goes black except for my face.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. Yeah, you're framed there, yeah.
So I showed it to the director. He said, no, let's get the scissors, and they cut the hat down to my
so
side.
nothing happened, but you got drunk. And you got your head measured.
I did.
You can't argue with that. And let's talk a little bit later about some films you made with Sergio Leone. And anything else you want to talk about? It's your night.
I just, in the green room, I had fun watching you. I love you upside down. You know, in Godfather, what I would say, è una cosa molto pericolosa.
What does that mean?
Watch it. It's a very dangerous situation.
Okay. We'll do station identification. We'll come back here with Eli Wallach. You folks at home missed something kind of cute here during the commercial break. Eli Wallach, 86th, the band. What was that? You just gave him the...
They didn't pay protection money.
Oh! Yeah, let's see. Later on the program, Dr. John, who is out of prison finally.
No. He was never in prison.
And also Charles Brown, who's out of prison. They're both out, and we've got him here tonight.
That was somebody else.
And Monday on the show, you know, we're not on Saturday. We're not on Sunday, and we'll be back on Monday. Now, this is a rerun, and this one, as I recall, this one is a rerun. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger was out here. He's always good. He's likable. Have you worked with Arnold Schwarzenegger before?
No.
He's got another big film, The Holidays. Yeah, he's here. And we have a guy named Jerry Ryder, who has a swimming pool full of catfish who die during the show.
You serious?
Yeah, I am serious. I was here for it. And we go over to Jerry and we say, Jerry, how they doing? And he says, kind of dead. That was Jerry. And comedian George Wallace, who was pretty funny. So that'll be the show right there. What are we doing now? Oh, we're still talking to you. I'm a little confused. Oh, let's look at these photos. This, I guess, is the story you were telling us about, right, Eli? This is the Magnificent Seven?
Yes.
Yeah, we can see your gold teeth. How old are you here?
Oh, I'd say about 30-something.
Mm-hmm. And how old were you in your first film?
27, 28.
So you kind of got into films late in life. Yeah. And you were going to be in From Here to Eternity?
Yes, but I chose to do a play instead.
Right. Any regrets about that?
No, but every time Sinatra sees me, he says, hello, you crazy actor.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Because if you had done it, he wouldn't have done it then.
Right.
Yeah. It'd be silly to have you both in it, wouldn't it?
No, well, what's his name predicted that they both won the World Series.
Yeah, I guess. And you know, that is how he's known among his family and friends. What's his name? Il buono, il brutto, il cattivo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
That's Clint.
Yeah.
Now, in this, you'll notice that I have the gun and I have a lanyard around my neck. Mm-hmm. The director said to me, I don't want you to have a holster. I said, where do I put the gun? He said, you wear it around your neck on a lanyard. I said, and it dangles between my legs, right? Mm-hmm. He says, right. And when you want it, you go like this, and I cut to your hand, and it's in your hand.
Right.
I said, show me. He put the gun on, he went like this, it missed, it hit him here, and he said, put it in your pocket.
Yeah. Worried about the raisins again, was he? Now, I always thought that this was a fascinating and a romantic idea, and it must have been great fun. American actors like yourself and Clint Eastwood working with the guys like Sergio Leone, and I believe these things were not shot in Italy necessarily. Many of them shot in Mexico.
No, in Spain.
In Spain. Now, how did that happen, that a group of American actors and an Italian director got together and were shooting films in Spain?
Well, because no Italian in Italy would go to see an Italian movie with Italian actors.
Now, why is that?
Well, because they wanted to see Americans. There are two of the big stars in Italy. One is named Carlo Pedisoli. The other's named Mario Girotti. They changed their names to Terence Hill and Bud Spencer. so you can... So he...
Bud Spencer?
Bud Spencer. And Leone changed his name for his first movie.
To which?
I don't know, maybe Terence Hill. Or
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference. But he's now back to Sergio Leone.
Yes,
yeah,
he's gone now.
Yeah. Oh, now were those? It must have been great fun for you to do those.
Well,
films.
the first time I arrived, we're shooting in the desert, and there's this horse, and it's right after breakfast, and I said I have to go to the bathroom, and they said Ma, and they pointed to the desert, right?
Yeah.
The horse I got on, and I had to ride toward camera. The director said, when I go like this, come toward the camera. So I go 20 yards, and the horse stops, spreads his legs, throws me off, and scratches his back in the sand. I said, I'm not going to do it anymore. It's dangerous. The horse doesn't know he's in a movie, you know.
Yeah.
So I did it again. He came across, he stopped, spread his legs, threw me off, and I said, I'm not doing it again. They said, wait a minute, we'll get the wrangler, who's the boss of the horse.
Takes care of the horse, sure.
He came out. In Spanish, he said something to the horse, reached back and hit him right in the nose. Yeah. And the horse went, and we went right to the camera.
Everything worked, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Subtle directing techniques that you only know after you've been in the business a while.
Can I tell one more?
Oh, sure.
You're so kind.
No, Tatum.
The first time I worked without a horse and without being a Western, I played a fascist millionaire who took a woman away from her husband, a woman and 2 children. And I walked into the bedroom, I threw my hat on the bed. She spoke no English. Beautiful actress. And I said, your head is as noisy as those kids next door. And I rapped on the wall to tell the children to be quiet. Then the director said, now you hit her on the head like this. You run your hand down like this, down like this, down like this, down here, hold it, and go like that, then down between her legs. And she went, and when it was over, I said to her in Italian, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. She said, fa niente. It was nothing. So that was the answer.
Do you have another one?
No.
Okay. Congratulations on the success of you and your movie here, Godfather Part 3. Have a great 1991. Nice to meet you. Eli Wallach, kids. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Eli Wallach with an American Profile. Tonight, Chris Elliott, a television performer, an American institution. In 1982, Chris begins as a regular player on an obscure late-evening replacement show, and soon carries its mediocre host, and laughable supporting cast to the forefront of the public consciousness. He's so popular as an entertainer that few are aware of his contributions in other fields. He's the founder of Operation Street Rap, a program in which he speaks candidly on street corners to urban youth, giving them the hope and motivation to lead more productive lives. And his work in the development of an artificial emergency heart for livestock win him a high commendation from the League of Veterinary Medicine. Still best known for his numerous award-winning appearances on Late Night with David Letterman, from the conspiracy guy to the fugitive guy, and now the new regulator guy. Chris Elliott has gone far beyond his original dream. He's not only mastered the craft of acting, but also the art of caring. Truly a national treasure. I'm Eli Wallach with an American Profile.
Nice, wasn't it, Paul? Very nice. Very nice.